Okay, so we're going to look at the brainstorming process. All right. I wish you were here because it's more fun to brainstorm in person, but that's okay. Given the situation now, you can brainstorm where you are while watching this video and while I am brainstorming. Maybe we'll come up with the same ideas and words. Maybe not. Maybe you will come up with some great ideas, I'm sure you will, and some great words that I didn't think of. All right, and that will be super. So I'm just going to deal with a very simple topic of where I am right now, which is in Victoria. I've been here a long time, so I have a really good idea of what Victoria is like. Some of you may be in a different country. Maybe you've never been to Victoria, so you may not know what it's like. Maybe you've read about Victoria online. And then there's a third group where you are here, you immigrated here, you live here, you know what Victoria is like, and you can think of things about the city, whether good or bad. And that's the thing about brainstorming, is it doesn't have to be all positive. It doesn't have to be all good. It could be positive, and it could also be negative. It doesn't matter, all right? The important thing at this stage is to just write down what you think, whatever thoughts that come into your mind, okay? So for a lot of people, the first thing they think about is how Victoria is really beautiful. Okay, so I'm just going to write it like this, because we're looking at different ideas. A lot of people would say that Victoria has a lot of trees. I don't know, right? I love Victoria because it doesn't snow. But it does rain a lot. I love, the one thing I really love about Victoria in the summertime is that it's sunny. All right. In Victoria, there are many beaches as well. Many people have, they like to have pets. They like to have, I have cats. A lot of people like to have dogs because they can take the dog for a walk. There are many dog parks, okay? But mostly they have pets. Here on the West Coast in BC, pets are a really important part of our family. Okay, now what else can we think of? There's, of course, food. There's lots of different food because we have so many people from different countries that bring with them all this delicious food. When I start smelling food, I kind of follow the smell and then I want to eat it, you know? Because there's so many different types of food from the different countries. Wonderful. Okay, so then there's also a lot of traffic. Okay, oops. There are cars, of course. Trucks. Oh, and guess what? Here in Victoria, there are many people who like to ride bicycles. So, bicycles, all in the traffic. Because the weather is really nice here. It doesn't snow a lot, right? Even though it rains, it's okay to be able to ride your bikes. So a lot of people, we use the word commute. Commute. Okay, so they ride their bikes to go to work. And then of course they ride home. And you will see some parents with the little kids behind riding them to school, right? And then picking them up from school. Okay, now what else is there? There's of course shopping, right? Which city does not have any kind of shopping? All right, so of course there's shopping malls. Oh, I'm running out of space here. I'm just going to write it here. Shopping malls. Okay. And then, yeah, some people think that shopping is some kind of entertainment. But there's also other types of entertainment, like movie theaters. You can go watch a movie almost any time, really. Okay. What else is there? I think that's about. I think maybe we should stop there. Okay, just to see, just because there are quite a few ideas already. Let's see what we have. All right. So there's definitely an adjective here. It describes a place. Beautiful, Victoria is. There's also sunny, right? Then you've got places, right? Like beaches, shopping malls, okay? Dog parks, okay? Maybe for movies, I should say movie theaters. Okay, and then of course there's food. See how food is in the center for me? I just naturally put it there. We talked about we mentioned how it doesn't snow, it rains a lot, right? Okay, now I'm going to use a different colored chalk. And I'm going to see if we can connect any of these ideas. Okay? All right, let's try. We'll start with purple. Now, which of these ideas actually can be connected, can be related to one another? So, let's look at the word beautiful. Okay, so what can the word beautiful describe on this list of words? Okay, all right, beaches, so I'm going to use that. It's connected. It can be related to one another, so I'm using the same color, purple. Beaches, I can do sunny. Okay, all right, I'm going to change to a different color now. I use pink. So maybe there are some nouns in there, maybe, well, there are nouns in there, maybe there's some verbs in there, and that's also a different way where you can make your connections. Places, okay? So let's look at, I see some places here, like for example, dog parks. That's a place. Pressing too hard so the chalk's breaking. Shopping malls, right? Movie theaters. Okay. Okay, I think that's enough that's it for places. Another thing that we can do, different color now. I see words like trees. This is blue. It's a little bit like purple with trees. I also see words like doesn't snow, rains a lot. All right. Okay, now I have 3 colors, which means I actually have 3 groups. But I still see more. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. Let's use that. Food, definitely. Now, let's focus on food a little bit. Yes, there is such a thing as food that you can see in Victoria or Canada. You know, I ask a lot of people, I say, well, what do you think of Canadian food? Like, oh, well, what do you think Canadian food is? And a lot of people have trouble. They always say, burgers and fries. And I would say, well, doesn't that sound like American food? You know, like down in the States? Or they might say fish and chips, because we are by the water, so we get a lot of fresh fish. Expensive, but we do get them. Okay, but don't forget we have people from different countries. Okay, so I'm just going to put from different countries. In the last little while, Victoria has become, Canada has received a lot of immigrants, which is wonderful. And so they bring their own culture and they bring the food. And as a community, we get to try it, we get to eat it. So it's awesome. All right. I don't see anything else for food, so I'm going to change color. Okay. What else can we use? I think the only one left is green. Okay. I see the word commute. And then I see the word traffic and all the things that cause the traffic, which are cars, trucks, and bicycles. Okay? Now, okay, I'm going to stop there, and we're going to, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the groups.